The drama's opening scene shows a party where the female lead, Mira, is arriving. As she enters, the people at the party are talking, and it becomes clear that Mira has recently arrived from abroad. She is very wealthy, and they are impressed by her beauty, confirming that she is as beautiful as everyone said. In the same party, the prince of the Zhao family, Zhao Ayan, is there. When Mira came down the steps, everyone thought she would go to the third prince of the Zhao family, Ayan, because Ayan is one of the wealthy families in High City. Ayan's assistant also tells Ayan that this beautiful lady is approaching you, but Mira ignores Ayan and goes ahead. Just then, her leg slips and she is about to fall. Ayan's best friend Shu catches Mira from falling and says your eyes are gorgeous. Mira cannot walk due to her leg slipping. Shu picks her up and takes her ahead of Ayan. Seeing that, Ayan's assistant John thinks this lady is uninterested in you, so she went to your best friend. He ignores her and says that he doesn't like girls who make such plans. Next, Shu drops Mira near their house. Myra's house, the Tan Mansion, is famous in High City. The owners are abroad till now. Shu tells Mira, I didn't expect this to be your house. Mira thanked him for dropping her off and got out of the car. As soon as Shu leaves, Mira arrives at her house on a scooter that is already parked at the Tan Mansion. Mira is an art student who wants to look like a rich girl every day, posting on social media that she is wearing rich clothes and eating at expensive restaurants. While Mira is at home, her friend calls her and says you were half successful. Everyone is talking about you at the party today. They have no doubt that your poor Shu family is one of the top wealthy families in the city. Mr. Shu is handsome, and many girls follow him. You are lucky because he is not in a relationship with any girl so far. Mira looks at Shu's photo and says, my target from now on is Mrs. Shu. Don't bother about me. On phone her friend says, if Mr. Ayan comes in the way of your plan, don't even go near him. He is powerful in his city. If you fall in his eyes, you will get into problems. Mira remembers Ayan and says, don't worry, I won't fall in his eyes. Mira is a great sculpture artist. Her stepfather and biological mother want to sell her to an old man for money. Instead of listening to them, she always makes sculptures and intends to study the anger that always breaks her sculptures. Mira remembers that and wakes up once in her sleep. Just then, Mira gets her mother's message on her phone, saying, I'll not pay for your college scholarship fee. I'll see how you escaped from me. Mira gets scared and deletes the message. At the same time, Shu calls because Mira accidentally forgot her necklace in Shu's car, so he asks if we can meet tomorrow to return it. But Mira says sorry, I'm busy these days. If you want, let's meet on Saturday. Saturday is Shu's birthday. When Shu hears this, he excitedly says, my birthday party is on Saturday. If possible, please come. Next Saturday, Mira prepares beautifully for Shu's birthday party and arrives ready to celebrate. But the guard stops her because she doesn't have the invitation card. At the same time, Ayan comes there with the guards grandly. Seeing Mira standing without an invitation card, Ayan tells the guard to send Mira inside. Seeing the two of them coming inside together, Ayan's friend Fong teases him that he has finally come out of his Buddhism and says it's the first time we'll see you with a girl. He points to Mira and asks who this girl is. Everyone there is staring at Mira's beauty. Then Shu comes there and says that she is my guest. When Mira comes near, she wishes for Shu. After that, Shu gives Mira the necklace she forgot in the car. Mira was unable to wear it, so Shu helped her. Seeing that, Fong tells Ayan, this is the first time a girl has ignored you and is talking to Shu. Sitting next to her, Ayan looks at Mira with an attitude and says, I know about such frauds. Just as Mira is about to give Shu a birthday gift, another girl takes Mira aside to give a gift to Shu. She falls on Ayan. Ayan and Mira look at each other for the first time. When he sees her, Mira gets up and apologizes. To this, Ayan angrily pushes her aside and wipes her hand with a kerchief. He says, the performance you have done till now is not enough. Now you come up with another plan by falling on my lap. Mira gets angry at Ayan's attitude but ignores it. Just then, Shu's sister Jia comes there. She is a gold medalist in sculpture art. Mira quickly remembers seeing Jia in a competition. Myra's sculpture won, but Jia says that it is her work and takes the gold medal. Mira says in front of everyone that it is my hard work. The right to hold that medal was mine, and everyone insulted her because she was doing this out of jealousy. Jia Ayan's fiancée, so when she enters the party, Jia holds Ayan's hand and tries to talk with him, but he steps aside. Just then, Mira, sitting next to Jia, sees and asks if we have met. Then Shu said no, that she had recently come from abroad. Seeing Shu showing interest in Mira, Jia says, finally, my brother has found a sister-in-law for me. Everyone there laughs as she says it with excitement. Shu and Mira are embarrassed, but Ayan gives them a serious look. Later, Fong says let's play a dice game. Mira says I don't know how to play it. Shu explains the game, and Mira wins as a planned win. After that, Fong and friends tell Ian, this time, you shake it. Let's see who will win between you two. Then Ian looks seriously and says don't compare me with anyone else. Mira tells Ian that this game is straightforward for you. But let's play another game. In that game, Ian has expected Shu since childhood, so he insists that he doesn't want this game. Then Ian says you want to play the game, so tell me the bet. Mira says that if I win, you have to drink. Then Ian says that if I win, you shouldn't appear in front of my eyes again. Next, the two start the game and finish simultaneously. But Mira wins in a fraction of a second. When Mira says she won, Jia gets angry and asks how Ian lost like that. He drinks because he lost. Mira looks at him angrily and thinks that all this is a trick to make Mira lose. Jia likes Ian's loss and looks at Mira seriously. After that, the people who came to the party said that Mira is beautiful and intelligent. She defeated Mr. Ian. And laugh at Jia as we should see Jia's face when Jia comes there. They fear her, so they cover up something and leave from there. Jia still thinks that Mira did not come for my brother. She wants to grab Ian's attention. There, Jia hears Mira talking on the phone and understands from Myra's words that she has rented the dress she is wearing. And Mira says on the phone that the dress tag is not even a little damaged. I will bring it properly. With that, Jia understands that Mira is acting very rich, so she plans something to expose herself. Mira did all this on purpose so that Jia could hear. As Mira exited the washroom, Jia knocked Mira down and scolded her. You are wearing a rented dress, and showing us that you are rich? Then Mira said, I don't understand what you are talking about. When she said, I am wearing a limited edition dress, Jia angrily threw wine on her and misbehaved. Here, Shu tells Ian that Jia has liked you since childhood, like lilies, and she specially designed a locket for you. So better treat her the same way. Then Ian says she is like a sister to me. But you, don't be fooled by the people around you, and keep your eyes open, indicating Mira. Shu says that Mira is very different and not like what you think. Just then, they heard her voice, and both left for Mira. Here, Jia tortures Mira very much. She cries and begs her, saying that she has done nothing wrong, out of anger when Jia is about to hit her with a wine glass. Then Ian comes there and sees the tattoo on her leg, remembers his mother, and shouts at Jia to stop. He comes near her, sees her position, is about to give her his coat. But Shu helps Mira. Shu shouts at Jia for behaving like that with Mira. But Jia angrily searches her entire dress to show the tag, but it is nowhere. Jia angrily shouts at Shu that it is a fake dress, but the friends next to her say that Mira is wearing a limited edition dress. Here, Mira acts like a victim. Shu apologizes to Mira on behalf of Jia, picks her up, and takes her away from there. Jia asks Ian, do you believe me? Ian supports Mira and scolds her, saying that it is not right for her to insult anyone in public like this, and leaves. Jia doesn't like Ian supporting Mira. Here, Shu says sorry on behalf of Jia and says that he will bring you another dress. Just then, when Mira is about to change her dress, Ian arrives. Arian comes close to Mira and says that your target is not Shu, but me. Mira says I don't know what you are talking about. Ian angrily grabs her and asks if you are not targeting me. How did you get a lily tattoo on your leg? Mira sees that tattoo and remembers the sculpture Mira worked so hard to make. When her stepfather tries to break it, Mira, unable to bear it, angrily takes scissors and comes to stab him. Then stepfather pushes her down and she gets a blow on her leg, so Mira has a lily tattoo to cover the blow. In the present, Mira seriously tells Ian that what I am doing is not necessary for you. Ian leaves her and says that I don't like people who act and cheat like you. Even by mistake, your thoughts should not come to me. Mira gets up angrily and looks at Ian and says, Mr. Ian, don't get tense. I am not interested in you at all. Just then, Shu comes there and Ian leaves from there. Shu looks at Myra's face and says that Ian looks a little tough to see, but he is not like that, and is very fond of sculpture art, as Mira thinks. Shu gives Mira the dress he brought for her to change into first. Mira thanks him, and says, Mr. Shu, out of all the people I have met here, you are the most gentle and caring person. Shu is impressed by her words and says from now on, call me Shu. Following the next scene, Mira returns the dress she rented. As it was slightly damaged, she gave the shopkeeper another dress as compensation, took the extra amount, and was about to leave. Her mother comes and takes the money and keeps scolding her. Why didn't you come to the house without marrying the man I told you about? Why didn't you send the money? That's why you sold all your sculptures. Mira angrily shouts at her mother, saying how did you sell your daughter's hard work? Her mother beats her and takes the rest of the money and leaves from there. Jia comes to the same shop and sees Mira there. After she leaves, Jia gives the money to the shopgirl and finds out the whole truth about her. And somehow she calls her brother to expose her by saying that there is charity reception in the evening. I will apologize to her personally for the mistake I made, and plans to defame her tonight. While making sculpture, Shu calls and invites her to evening party. Mira hangs up the phone and uses this situation to get what she wants at any cost. Mira gets ready for the evening party very beautifully. While taking drinks at the party, Ayan is about to take the same drink, and Ayan sees Mira there and asks, "Why did you come here?" Mira says, "I didn't come here to meet you. Shu invited me." Just then, Shu and Jia came. Shu looks at her dress and says, "You look wonderful in this dress." Then Ayan also looks at her from the side. Jia apologizes to Mira. Mira says, "It doesn't matter. Your brother has already apologized to me." Jia calls the waiter and offers her drinks. She mixes something in those drinks, and Mira also knows about it and makes Shu drink the drugged drink. But Mira feels dizzy and about to fall. Ayan comes to hold her, but Shu comes and holds her and asks what happened. Mira says that she is feeling dizzy. Shu says that he will take her inside, but Jia comes forward to help her. But Mira does all this intentionally and thinks in her mind that the real show will begin now. Jia brings Mira into the room and forces her with a bully. Here Ayan remembers Mira without his knowledge in anger, feels this lady will do anything to get what she wants. Just as he drinks, Jia comes to Ayan and asks where Shu is. And Jia gestures to the waiter, there, and the waiter comes to Ayan and says that when I went to deliver the wine, someone was shouting in the room. So Ayan immediately knocks on the door of Myra's room and opens it. Mira is in the same bed as Shu. Ayan cannot see it. Jia also shouts at Mira as the plan has been reversed. Jia wakes up, and Shu is angry. When Shu wakes up, Jia asks in confusion what is going on here. Last night, when that bully forced Mira, Shu came and beat him up and sent him away. While Shu is consoling Mira, due to the drug's power, Shu falls down. So Mira gives some tablet and makes him lie down and looks at her vagina saying, "I'm sorry. I want to be Mrs. Shu no matter what," and then deliberately pricked her finger and smears blood on the bedsheet to make everyone think that they both spent the night. When Jia learns about it, she angrily hits Mira with an ashtray, and Ayan stops her. Mira says that what happened between us was just unexpected, but Shu says no, I am responsible for this, and asks her to marry her. Jia gets very angry on hearing that, and Ayan also shouts at Mira about what purpose you are doing all these, and in his mind, he thinks, why am I worried about this girl? Shu asks Ayan, why are you getting involved in this? Ayan says, because I will not fall for the words of a girl like you who doesn't even know who she is, and leaves. Here Mira cries and says to Shu, you don't need to take responsibility for me, to which Shu holds Myra's hand and expresses his love, saying it's not just that it happened now, I like you from the first day. Mira says we just met, and there are many girls around you. Then Shu gives her his credit card and says there is 1 million in it. Use it for your expenses, and hugs her, saying I won't go around any girls anymore. You will be the one in my life. Mira leaves from there, remembers Ayan, and goes into the lift, thinking that Mr. Ayan must have grown even more disgusted with me. Just then, Ayan comes into the lift. As soon as he arrives, Mira tries to leave, but Ayan holds her and says, why do you want to run away when I come near you? Are you afraid that I will eat you? Mira says, because you don't like seeing me, right? I'm your best friend's girlfriend. The farther away from me, the better. Ayan understands Myra's plan and says that you played the victim today on purpose. To which Mira gets angry and says that it is not right for you to talk to me like that. Today I was almost forced. I am really the victim. Ayan says if your target is Shu, then why do you have a lily tattoo on your leg? Because I like lilies, right? To which Mira laughs and says I put it on to cover the bruise on my leg. You are the prince of the Zhou family. I can't reach you and I don't have any other thoughts on you. Getting down from the lift, Mira says Mira is the name I gave myself. My real name is Bai Tian. She looks at Ayan and says that Bai Tian died when she was young. Ayan gets shocked hearing that name. In the next scene, Jia requests Shu to cancel his marriage with Mira and asks her to cancel it. But Shu says Mira is very good, don't overthink, and leaves. Jia tells Shu that Mira looks same as Juan, that's why you like her. Then Shu looks at the photo there and remembers Mira, that it was her first time Mira spent night with him, and turns back and yells at Jia, don't compare Mira with Juan. I have already broken up with her, and leaves. After that, Shu calls Mira and asks when your parents will come so that the two families can talk and plan the marriage. Mira says that our parents will come from abroad next Friday, and we will meet then. After hanging up the phone, Mira looks at the lilies on her table and remembers Ayan saying that he also likes lilies. Ayan sleeps at night and dreams of being intimate with Mira. He wakes up and gets worried that Mira is his friend's girlfriend. Why am I thinking about her? He gets up and goes to take a bath, drinks cool water to calm down.